Hello, friends. Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is a bright and cheery Tuesday here on Halloween. I was tempted to dress up, in Halloween costume, witch, whatever, but that's really just not my style. So here I am, just in my traditional blues, as you might say. But this morning, I want to talk to you a little bit about planning. And, the word plan, PLAN, is often thought of as a kind of a four-letter word for many entrepreneurs. And, those business owners who are stuck in the grind of, that those day-to-day activities and can't seem to escape that trap go, how am I ever going to find time to plan? And they have great intentions, like perhaps many of you, but it is very, very difficult. And so this week is all about planning. We're coming up to the end of this particular year, and I know planning is going to start being on everybody's mind. But what about planning your week? That's right, your week. And so I have some amazing tips, some downloads, some examples for you in this week's podcast. And here's the link to this week's podcast. It's all about planning your week effectively, like a small business CEO. And it is part of the series that I've been doing called Think Like a CEO. And this is the fifth part. There will be 8 parts to this series. And so if you haven't done this, go back, and there is just a ton of information, a ton of, how can I say it, shifts for your mindset, as well as how to look at your business in a very different way. And the reason that planning is so important, especially your week, is, Brian Tracy, this quote is attributed to Brian Tracy. And he says, every minute of planning saves you 10 minutes in execution. So when you think about that, that really means if you plan for 6 minutes, if you took 6 minutes at the beginning of your week, you would save 60 minutes in execution. That's a whole freaking hour, friends. An hour. 6 minutes gives you an hour. So the other part of the quote from Brian Tracy is, it also gives you 1,000% return on energy. That's right. So 1 minute of planning gives you back 10 minutes in execution and 1,000% return on energy. So if you spent just a little bit of time at the beginning of your week planning out your week, you would be so much further ahead than those who don't. And in this week's podcast episode, there are tons of information there. As I said, there's sample agendas, there's ways to figure out how to plan, there's downloadables. And I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of these gifts for you, because there is nothing that gives my heart more joy. Well, almost nothing. My grandson comes first. Is that, giving entrepreneurs and business owners something that makes their life easier. So there we go. Check it out. Head over to your favorite podcast listening platform, or go to my website, dianalivstone.com, where you will find number 112, how to plan your week effectively like a small business CEO. Thanks for listening, and go ahead. It's okay. Give yourself the opportunity to plan. Give yourself 10 minutes in execution. Give yourself 1,000% return on energy. Bye for now. Till next Tuesday. Take care.